without my cane.
Always use your cane. I've been talking about cane usage and my struggle with it, and I understand that when you use the cane, it labels you, right? Yes, it labels you as a person who is blind, visually impaired, or has some kind of sight impairment. Now, there's good things about this, right? When you're using a cane, because people identify you as a person who is visually impaired or blind, they might be able to help you in cases where you might need the help, right? Yes, we're independent. I'm independent and I can do a lot of things on my own. But there's times where the cane may not give you all the information there is. One of the main things is whenever there's construction. Construction is my number one enemy. I hate construction. When it comes to construction, it's Diego against figuring out what route to take, how to reroute myself, how to find the best path that's even if it's an alley, right? So, I really hate construction, especially during college, because when I lived on campus, oh my God, there was construction every single year, and it was it just appeared to follow me everywhere I went. So I hated that. But anyways, so the story behind this, there was this one day where I was coming out from studying. It was 1 a.m. Usually at U of I, it's pretty lit at that time. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it is, but there's a big nightlife. And so there's also people studying, and there's people going out. It's just people out, right, in the streets. So it's not that empty. So I was walking home. It was night again, and all of a sudden I hear somebody start running behind me. They were kind of far, but I could hear the footsteps, getting closer, but also getting faster. And I kind of, begin to think, and I'm it doesn't sound like somebody's jogging, somebody's exercising, because there are people who go exercising at 1 a.m. Everybody has their hour. But it didn't sound like that. It sounded like somebody was running away from something, right? And so I began to get a little anxious, and so I started walking a little faster. And as I started walking a little faster, I heard the footsteps get a little louder, but also a little faster as well. And then I heard somebody say, "Hey," well, not say, but rather scream, right? And that didn't make me stop. It kind of just made me feel okay, maybe I should keep walking fast. This feels weird. So I continued to walk a little faster, and then I hear somebody say, or the same voice scream, "Excuse me, sir, stop." And I was why, why? Is she talking to me? So then, by that time I kind of stop, and I turn around and I say, "Are you talking to me?" And she's like, "Yeah." By that time, she's gasping for air. She's getting close to me. And then she's like, "Oh, thank God you stopped, sir." And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Oh, there's construction in front of you. There's actually a big hole 4 feet away from you." She's like, "I wasn't sure if you were gonna walk into the hole or if you were gonna be able to catch it on time." And I was like, "Oh no, thank God you told me," because I did walk up to the hole so that I could actually physically kind of see where it is, so for the next day or whatnot. And so I realized that if I would have kept walking, I would have not fallen into the hole, but perhaps hurt myself with the sign, because my cane would have probably touched the hole, or I would have been able to feel that there's nothing there anymore, and I would have probably stopped, or maybe not, because I was walking kind of fast after I heard her run. But my cane wouldn't have not hit the sign, the construction sign, until the actual sign that was popping out, the actual orange diamond thing made out of metal would have hit me in the face. Because the diamond thing kind of pops out to the side, and by the time my cane would have either hit the base of it, the corner of the sign would have probably hit my face. That's what I get for being tall. No, but so I thanked her, and I also said, "Oh, sorry that I kind of started walking a little faster." Cause I was I just heard you running, and I was "Oh, why is she running? Should I walk away too?" So we had a little laugh, but I thanked her, and then I walked away, and I knew that was construction there. So that's just one example of a time where I actually appreciate the help that I got. And I did feel bad that she had to run. I don't know how far she had been running for, but I will say it was at least a block or two, because she was running. So she probably saw me from a while, way back or something. But anyways, so that's when I say, you may need, or you may appreciate somebody's help when you're using your cane and they're able to see that you are blind, or that you have some kind of vision impairment. And the last story I have to you guys is, many times there may be situations in which you may do something that looks stupid, or that's kind of like, what's the word? Something rude. And it's not because you wanted to do it or you did it on purpose, but it's just because you didn't see, or, So the story there is, it was my freshman year and I wanted to go out and explore campus, right? And so I had my cane with me, but I had it folded because, at that time I was still struggling with the whole, should I use it? Should I not use it? Blah, blah, blah. So I had to go down this big, long sidewalk path to go towards campus, right? And if anybody's from U of I, it's that path between FAR and Cersei's, where it's like the tennis courts and there's like a little, I guess, water fountain on the side. I don't know, a little pond looking thing. But anyways, it's just a big, long thing. It's kind of like a downhill walk. And so I'm walking, and in my head, I'm just thinking, like, should I use it? Should I not use it? Should I use it? Should I not use it? I have my cane in my hand, and about like 10 feet away from me, I see that there's a girl, right? There's a girl walking in front of me. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I gotta make sure to see that she's there. That way I don't bump into her, because she was walking kind of slow and I knew I was gonna catch up to her. And so at this time, I'm still thinking, should I use it? Should I not use it? And then I start thinking, you know what, maybe I should use it. And I start unfolding my cane, right? But then, I kind of hesitate a little bit because I'm still kind of like, I don't know. And when all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, where'd the girl go? She was just right in front of me, like maybe like 5 feet away. Like, where is she? When all of a sudden, bam, I kick something. And I hear somebody say, what the fuck? But by then, my cane is already extended. And it turned out that the girl apparently had bent over to tie her shoe and left my visual field. So she just disappeared. And since I didn't see her, I kicked her in her butt when she was tying her shoe, and just make her jump forward or fall forward. And then she turned around. She was pissed, because who wouldn't be? But when she saw my cane, she was like, oh, my bad. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you. And then she's like, no, it's my fault. I should have moved to the side. Oh my God, my heart was beating so fast. I was like, thank God I extended my cane. I don't know what I would have done if my cane was folded and I would have had to been like, oh, I'm blind, thank God. I was like, oh, use your cane, Diego. Again, it was my freshman year, so I didn't really use my cane too often. But I did realize, you know what, Diego, there's situations where you should use your cane. So again, my advice there is always use your cane, because in this last incident, it may be your best excuse. Well, that's the video I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the stories and the advice, and I hope you guys take advantage of that and you are not like me. And hopefully my experiences don't happen to you. If you would like to share anything with me, please leave it in the comments below and I would gladly respond to you. Thank you for watching the video, and until next time.